This is the beginning of a series of jazz guitar chord drills you can use as warm-ups and to improve your muscle memory. This lesson features 5-1 chord progressions in major keys played with shell voicings. Before we get into the lesson, I'm going to very briefly let you know that I offer private guitar lessons online and have several guitar books and solo arrangements available. If you're interested, check out my website. The link's in the description. We're going to pair dominant 7 shell voicings with major 7 shell voicings. You see this quite often in major keys going from the 5 chord to the 1 chord. Now the 1 chord is often played as either a major 7 or a major 6 chord. This lesson features major 7 chords. The next lesson will focus on major 6 chords. We're going to drill this pair first. We have a dominant 7 shell voicing with the root on the 6th string. We're moving to a major 7 shell voicing with the root on the 5th string. And for this pair, when we move back and forth, we're going to keep our roots in the same fret, just on different strings. I have not included fingerings in these diagrams because shell voicing fingerings are flexible. I'll show you the fingerings I'm using. You can try mine, or you can use your own. I like to play this dominant 7 shell voicing with fingers 2, 3, and 4. And then I like to play this major 7 shell voicing with fingers 2, 1, and 4. The reason I like this fingering is for efficiency. If I use these fingerings, my 4th finger can stay in place between both chords. Now you could do something similar if you use fingers 1, 2, 3 for your dominant 7 chord. In that case, you would keep your 3rd finger in the same spot. That's a little bit stretchier, which is why I like this other one. But you do you. We're going to drill this in 2 different ways, back and forth in the same area of the fretboard and then moving along the fretboard. You can play back and forth anywhere you like. I'm going to play at the 8th fret, which means I'll be playing a C7 because that's my root for the dominant 7 chord there at the 8th fret, and an F major 7. That's my root for my F major 7 there at the 8th fret. So C7 and F major 7. Now the first thing to do is simply play back and forth. No tempo, just practice your chord movement. Work on keeping that common finger, move your fingers as little as possible. Once you're comfortable with that switch, it's time to fire up the metronome. Find a tempo you're comfortable with. Play back and forth 2 times on each chord. Just do it over and over again, because it is a drill. And then when you feel up to it, gradually increase the speed of the metronome. Now you can strum, like I'm doing. You could hybrid pick as well. Just pluck every note. Or if you're a finger picker, just pick every note. Doesn't really matter. For this other drill, we're going to take that same idea, but we're going to move it along the fretboard. I'm going to start in the same place on the 8th fret. You could start this anywhere as long as you're higher up the neck, because we are going to move our way down. So play your pair at the 8th fret, so your 7th chord and your major 7, or you can think of it as your 5 chord and your 1 chord. Then move it down 2 frets, do the same thing, 5 chord and 1 chord, and your 5 chord and your 1 chord. Now here's what the root movement looks like. So here's our 7th chord, or our 5 chord in a progression, and our 1 chord, or our major 7, and then here. As a bonus, call out your chords. It's a good way to learn these chords and to get to know your fretboard. So you just call out C7, F major 7, B flat 7, E flat major 7, A flat 7, D flat major 7, F sharp 7, and then B major 7. And then once you've got that worked out, play to metronome, twice on each chord. And of course, gradually increase your speed as you get used to this. In this pair, the dominant 7 shell voicing root is on the 5th string, and the major 7 shell voicing root is on the 6th string. Here's our dominant 7 chord with the root on the 5th string. I often play this with fingers 3, 2, and 4. Sometimes I use fingers 2, 1, and 3. It's good to know multiple ways to play these chords for flexibility. And here is a major 7 shell voicing with the root on the 6th string, which I usually play with fingers 1, 3, and 4. Now, when we move back and forth, the root of the dominant 7 chord, or the 5 in a 5-1 progression, is going to be 2 frets higher than the root of the major 7 on the 6th string, which is the 1 in a 5-1 progression. So we're going to go 7th chord, major 7, or 5 chord, 1 chord. Again, we're going to drill this in the same area of the fretboard, just back and forth, and then we're going to move it along the fretboard. You can play back and forth wherever you like. If I play the root of the dominant 7 shell voicing at the 9th fret, I'll be playing an F sharp 7. And because of the way these roots are connected, if that's my 5, that's my 1, 2 frets lower at the 7th fret on the 6th string. That's on a B, so that'll be a B major 7. So practice them back and forth first. No tempo, just practice your switching. Notice if I'm using this fingering, finger 3, 2, 4, finger 4 just has to slide 1 fret down to be in place for the major 7 chord. And then once you can do that, set your metronome to an easy tempo. Play each chord twice. Just do it over and over again. And of course, gradually increase the speed of the metronome. Once you're comfortable with that, it's time to move this along the fretboard. I'm going to begin at the 9th fret, but again, you could start this anywhere as long as you're up the neck, because again, we're going to move our way down the neck. Here's what the root movement is going to look like. This will be our 7th chord, or the 5 in a 5-1 progression. And this will be our major 7 chord root. That'll be the 1 in a 5-1 progression. And then it's going to go 5, 1. Little zigzag pattern. 5, 1. Put some chords to that. You can name your chords. F sharp 7, B major 7, E7, A major 7, D7, and G major 7. And then once you're comfortable with that, add that metronome twice on each chord, gradually increasing your speed. Check out this playlist for more on shell voicings, and check out this video if you need help learning the fretboard. And for more guitar lessons, music theory, and solo guitar arrangements, please subscribe.